Thanks for tuning in. You're watching Arirang News Break on this Monday, June 13th. I'm Han-daeun in Seoul. The 20th National Assembly officially kicked off with an opening ceremony today. President Park Geun-hye was also there, and in her keynote speech, she vowed to work with the new assembly, calling the parliament a partner in state affairs. We begin with Presidential Office correspondent Song Ji-sun.
Harmony and collaboration. President Park said the two concepts are what the people anticipate from the new parliament and called on lawmakers to put the people first. She added that there can be no ruling or opposition parties when it comes to people. Pointing to the economic challenges facing the country, the president also called for passage of bills aimed at reviving the economy, as the previous assembly declined to pass reform bills related to her key policy initiatives.
앞으로 20대 국회에서는 이런 민생과 직결되는 법안들이 좀 더 일찍 통과되어 국민들의 고통을 조금이라도 덜어드릴 수 있도록 협조해 주시기를 바랍니다.
President Park also mentioned her recent trips to East Africa and Iran and characterized them as attempts to explore new markets, while noting that restructuring and deregulation are the only way to create new growth engines and jobs. She also invited lawmakers to join her efforts to gain international consensus and turn up the pressure on North Korea, and thanked them for passing a North Korean human rights bill in the 19th National Assembly.
앞으로 북한이 핵을 포기하고 폐쇄와 고립에서 벗어나 남북이 보다 평화롭고 번영된 삶을 누리는 길을 열어가는데 제20대 국회가 함께해 주실 것으로 믿습니다.
President Park, in seeking to lay the groundwork for a more cooperative politics, called lawmakers a partner in state affairs. She also reiterated her vow last month to improve communication with the parliament and hold regular meetings with the leaders of the main political parties. Song Ji-sun, Arirang News.
The newly elected Assembly Speaker Chung Se-gyun also offered his remarks at today's opening ceremony. Chung, who was a member of the main opposition Minju Party of Korea, emphasized that the new assembly must support the people, and in order to do that, the parliament must first put Korea's stagnant economy back on track. He said the country is going into a long economic recession with rising unemployment, a low birth rate, and deepening social polarization. He urged the rival parties to work together to tackle the challenges the country is facing and vowed to do his best as the speaker to unite people while respecting diversities. Chung also said it is necessary to amend the Constitution, which was last revised in 1987, though he didn't elaborate on the specific reasons for his remark.
The matter of revising the Constitution cannot be dealt with lightly, nor can it be ignored. Someone must do it.
He concluded by expressing his hope that the 20th National Assembly will achieve a great deal for Korea and open up a new era. North Korea has hacked into South Korean computers, taking over 40,000 documents, some of which contain military information. Officials say there is evidence the North was planning to conduct a large-scale cyber attack. For more on this, we connect with our Kim Hyun-bin, who's on the line for us at the Ministry of National Defense in Seoul. Hyun-bin, what's the latest?
Well, South Korea's National Police Agency said Monday North Korea hacked into a software program used to manage computer networks in South Korea. It said over 42,000 documents from around 160 conglomerates and government agencies were leaked in the hacking, which happened in February. The leak data includes data on military communication networks and design drawings for the U.S. F-15 fighter jet wings. However, the police said that no crucial information, such as blueprints for aviation engines or military secrets, was leaked. The internet address was traced to Ryugyong-dong Hotel in Pyongyang, the exact location used for a 2013 cyber attack on South Korean broadcasting stations and banks. The management network was made by a civilian company, and it links all computers in the network, making it possible for the hackers to erase and update the software. The police also said that North Korea was preparing for a large-scale cyber attack with over 140,000 hacked computers. That's all for now, but I'll have more updates in the later newscast. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Hyunbin, for that. The deadliest mass shooting in the U.S. history has left 50 dead and dozens injured in Orlando, Florida. U.S. President Barack Obama has condemned the mass shooting, calling it an attack on all Americans. Hwang Ho-jun has the latest.
The gunman, armed with an assault rifle, killed 50 people and left at least 53 injured in the terror attack at a gay nightclub in Orlando. Police killed a suspect who has been identified as Omar Mateen inside the Pulse nightclub. He was a U.S. citizen and son of Afghan immigrants. NBC News reports that Mateen called the emergency services before the attack and swore allegiance to the Islamic State militant group. ISIS later claimed responsibility through its Amaq news agency. However, Florida Senator Bill Nelson says links with ISIS have not been confirmed and more details are needed before reaching conclusions. U.S. President Barack Obama condemned the attack, calling it an act of terror and an act of hate on all Americans. He ordered all official flags throughout the U.S. be lowered to half-staff this week to honor the victims.
Today, as Americans, we grieve the brutal murder, a horrific massacre of dozens of innocent people. We pray for their families who are grasping for answers with broken hearts. We stand with the people of Orlando who have endured a terrible attack on their city.
Family and friends of the victims have gathered outside Orlando Regional Medical Center for news about their loved ones. Survivors tried to make sense out of the deadliest massacre since the 9/11 attack.
I don't know if I saw the shooter. I don't really know what all I did see. It's all a blur. I kind of wish I could still wake up from it, but I can't.
The international community has spoken out too. French President François Hollande expressed his horror at the terror attack and said that France fully supports America at this difficult time. Pope Francis also described his deepest feelings of horror and condemnation and denounced the senseless hatred of the shooting. Hwang Ho-jun, Arirang News.
And that's all from me. Thank you for watching. We'll have more updates on the Orlando shooting and other top stories in our evening newscast.